Okay, the next one is data frame, and data frame is our workhorse. When we read data from a data file, R will automatically create a data frame, and data frame is what we will use for all our analysis, except when we need a matrix, then we will convert that into a matrix. But otherwise, data frame is what we will be using almost exclusively. Okay, so the most common way of storing data in R, it is like a matrix, it is a two-dimensional structure. So it has columns that represent variables and rows that represent observations. But here is the key difference. While matrix requires atomic data type for all the values, data frame does not. In data frame, each column can be a particular data type. So one column can be character, another column can be double, an integer, and so on. But within a column, of course, they all have to be the same data type. One column, one data type. Okay? But different columns can have different data types. So two-dimensional array-like structure, each column contains values of one variable, each row observation. Column names should be non-empty, so there must be a column name. Of course, if you don't have a column name, R will automatically assign column names, which will be like V1, V2, V3, and so on. Okay? And again, rows will have names as well, and if you don't have row names, R will automatically assign row names as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So usually when we read data, the data file will have column names at the top, okay, so which is usually the case. But if you don't have column names, then you have to specify that this data doesn't have column names, and then R will assign column names V1, V2, and so on. And very often data sets are not going to have row names. Okay, that's not very usual. So when you read the data into R, R will automatically assign row names to 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just number. Okay, 1 through whatever that number is. Okay, so different columns have different data type. All right, as.data.frame function can be used to query other data structures, into a data frame. Okay. Okay, so let's. But again, remember, when you read data, which we're going to look at an example today, it will automatically come in as a data frame. But suppose you have a data that's a matrix, okay, and you want that matrix to be converted into a data frame, right? So what we're going to do now is we will use the code that we used before and create a matrix, and then we'll take that matrix and then convert it into a data frame. Okay, so first let's create a matrix, right? Okay, so that's matrix, say 1 to 6 and 2 by 3, right? Well, I should have a for the C. Okay, so that's going to create a matrix called M1. So let's print that M1 and then see what it looks like. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. So this is a matrix. So if you want to see what it is, so you can say is matrix M1. Okay, I did not put this in a code here. I just want to check, right? And this is dot. There are lots of is dot functions. So you have is dot vector, is.array. So that will tell you whether it's true or not, whether it is that particular data structure or not. And here when I say is matrix M1, it says true, it is matrix. Okay. All right, so now let's convert that, okay, into a data frame. Okay, so I say df1 is, okay, as data frame, okay, M1, and then let's print that df1. Okay, df1 is now going to be a data frame now. Okay, so there it is. See, since it did not have a name, the matrix did not have column names, right? Our matrix was just simply a bunch of numbers. So this as data frame function coerced column names, so v1, v2, v3. Okay. Now if you say is data dot frame df1, says it's true, it is a data frame. Okay. And then there is an as matrix function also. Suppose we want to convert this df1 back into matrix. Okay. So again we have I'm not going to put that in a code chunk. I just want to show you the as dot function and the is dot function. So is dot function is to check whether it is of a particular type. As dot function is to convert something to another one. So if you do df1, then it will convert that into df1. So now that df1 has v1, v2, v3 as column names, they come in as column names in the matrix as well.